All right, man. How you feeling?
I'm doing pretty good today, my brother. Pretty good. I'm a little tired for whatever reason. My hip been killing me. I'm fucking old.
Say that again. People can't hear you.
I said my hip been killing me. I'm like an old man out this young, but other than that, I'm all good. I'm all good.
Okay.
Can't find my lighter. That's not
I'm
good.
chilling, man. What you say?
I said can't find my lighter. That's not good. Up there it is. Yeah.
I'm chilling. Yesterday was Malik's 18th birthday, and so I feel very old. Outside of like the Joker feeling, oh, we were like very sentimental. Um, 18, man.
Yeah.
18. He
Shit,
going to
like it's
prom on Friday, and then he graduates in a couple weeks. So
shit.
yeah,
My
man.
brother went on prom this Friday, and like
Shit.
me and his other big brother was up there talking. He like, oh, y'all making me feel old. I'm like, nigga, I am older than you. It was like you was like 8 when this nigga was born. I was 12. It was like I really watched this boy grow up from a
No,
from a
for sure.
baby. Like, I was like,
I
like,
think because we got similar birthday issues where our birthday is late. So yeah, Malik was born when I was 12, going on 13, and so I
yeah, not
literally changed his diapers. I held him. Like, you feel me? Like, his shit is just wild to see.
I
And so then
remember
I
one
started
night.
like just going through the old photo books and shit. Um, yeah, we was real sentimental. Tears was falling for sure.
I remember one night. Keon had to be like 6 years old. I'm like, God damn, I need to go run to the store. Nobody here to watch this thing. Hey man, let's go. We going to run in the 7-Eleven. And he ran track at the time, so I'm like, I'm like, all right, bet. We went out. It was like 12. It was like 12 at night. Me and my little brother running the 7-Eleven.
Like, why is he up? All
And
right.
that's really what it was, because it was like, oh, do I leave him in the house and like just put him in the bed? Nah, this little nigga will burn down the house.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start with this wannabe remix. I think
I'm
I
kind of
I enjoyed it.
I'm kind of mad it's not really a remix. They could have just called it a Cardi mix.
We talked about this before in the pod, but like, what is it with this energy this year? Like, why are people so confrontational? Like, what is going on, bro?
I didn't understand the be of this at all at first. And then I looked at Bia and I was like, ah, I was like, I see what the problem is.
What you mean?
The problem is Bia looks like a younger version of Cardi.
That's not. So you think Cardi saw her and was like, "This bitch looks like me. I'm gonna diss her."
No, no. She said the
Bia
whole
said
part.
something about her first, right?
Bia said she trying to look like her. Bia has a diss. She I don't think she's released it yet, but she like academics played her like clip of it, and like she pretty much said like Cardi had surgery to look like her.
Yeah, but before all of this, Bia said something about Cardi.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure she did. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. So as a rapper, yeah, I'm gonna go back at her.
They do kind of like resemble each other though.
But that doesn't. Okay, cool. They
But
look like each other.
if you had surgeries and somebody like said like, "Oh, like you had surgeries, like try to make yourself look like me," like I didn't know that was the backstory. Apparently, that's what it is, or
Okay.
at least that's what I'm getting from B is this and Cardi saying, "Bitch, don't nobody want to be you." Like,
Yeah.
because her whole thing is hickory. She said, "Hickory dickory dock, taking my pick to the dock, asking to get what I got, and you bitches are still coming out chippity chop." And then she
What's the
leads in,
last Bia song that you heard? This ain't no. I'm not dissing. I'm not like being shaded toward Bia. I'm just like genuinely
I mean,
outside of that
London.
Cole song that
Yeah,
she had.
London is the only song that I've heard from her. That's why I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was like, why the fuck is Cardi taking shots at Bia? Like,
Yeah.
out of all people, like, cause Bia kind of fire. Like, it's one of them girls who you could see like Cardi kind of like working with. So I was like, hmm,
And that's my point too. I feel like Cardi is open to working with almost everybody. like outside of like outside of Nicki, obviously. like but my point is I don't think she's Nicki esque in that like she won't work with people who rap better than her.
nah, because I think both of the bitches on that song rap better than her.
yeah, for sure.
Her
That's my point.
flow, her flow might be better than like Meg's maybe. And
No.
even on that song, Meg float. Like,
I was about to say no.
like
Not at all.
that's probably the first song where Meg come on and I'm like, real hot girl shit. Mm, she turned that joint up.
A
But
little
yeah,
hint to
like
our a topic that we're going to talk about later on. Meg's freestyles are fucking ridiculous. like, and then
whether they're written or not, like
yeah, facts.
them shits be
Um,
fire.
and then Glow, I just love Glow. Like the fact that she is incessant on saying she's thick is hilarious to me.
I
Because
love
who
that
gonna tell
shit.
me I'm not?
I love that shit. Cause that's how I used to be. Nigga, I am husky. Nigga, fuck are y'all talking about?
That was
Like,
me like all high school. Nigga, I'm the greatest basketball player ever. Who's gonna tell me I'm not? No, I can't hit a shot, nigga.
I told my girl now, I'm like, I'm strong as an ox. And I don't know what you talking about. I,
Meanwhile, knees hurting like a mother.
I weigh all of 155 pounds.
All
Like,
right, y'all.
more like a baby cow.
Welcome to another episode of True Line Cross Podcast. I'm Quan.
And I'm Scoob.
I got an opening question just because I feel like last week we really shit on Apple's top 100 albums of all time. And I was listening to the read, and Kid Fury said something that really kind of hit with me is like listening to music and talking about it, it's not fun anymore. Like it's not enjoyable anymore because I feel like everybody has to be a critic of something. Like the minute something comes out, you're looking for the flaws in it, you're looking for what's wrong with it. So I want to highlight. We're in June now, so we're half a year through. What's your favorite rap album of this year? And if you have one, what's your favorite R&B album of this year?
My favorite rap album this year. Did it come out this year?
What?
I feel like it came out last year. I feel like that was late last year. Doja album still gets like heavy spins.
Yeah, that was last year.
Yeah, Doja album is great. This year, I can't even pull up my Apple Music.
6ix9ine put out an album this year. The fuck?
Who cares?
But why though?
Shit, best rap album this year. I haven't listened to a lot of full albums, honestly. Like
Okay.
if I'm gonna keep it honest, in rap anyway.
I think you're forgetting a major one.
I would probably I would probably say Rhapsody. Honestly, I'm
I was
not
about
gonna
to
lie.
say,
Like Rhapsody
yeah.
probably got the best rap album right now.
Yeah. Um, I mean, I'm looking like Vultures came out this year. I don't listen to Kanye, so
I did like it. I listened to it twice though. I never went back to it.
21 put out an album this year.
That was like early January too. He was
Yeah,
like the first nigga to drop an album this
it was
year.
solid.
Yeah, it was. It was just too early because I completely forgot about that shit.
Soldier Boy put out an album this
Shut
year.
up.
You feel me?
Shut up.
Blueface, you feel me?
Shut up.
Yeet, you feel me?
I'd rather go listen to paint dry.
um, oh, Schoolboy came out this year.
That was a really good album. I feel
Yeah,
like it kind of fell into the same thing with EA for me though. I listened to it like twice just to get like a good like feeling of it. And then I
yeah,
was like, I don't really. I told you when it came out, I started listening to Crash Talk.
yeah.
Like it just made me want to hear like more Schoolboy, but like better quality, I guess. Like I
J.
think
Cole put
Crash.
out an album this year.
Shut up. Was that an album?
Oh shit, you frozen.
Can you
What
hear
you
me?
say? Yeah,
I said, was that really an album?
yeah.
All right.
It's on DSPs.
It's good.
It is.
It's not better
It
than
just was
Rhapsody album.
ruined. It was ruined.
Soiled it.
The fact that he really took it off too, like what the
And like
fuck? I don't know.
I seen Daylight say something like, "Oh, the nigga called the shit might delete later," and like deleted it later. So y'all the dummies for being mad. And it's like, no, he should have just
No,
deleted
no,
the
no,
whole
no.
fucking mixtape then.
Exactly.
Like,
The fuck is you talking about?
like don't just take
The
that one
mixtape is
song
named Might
on.
Delete
Yeah,
Later, not
like
the fucking
the
song.
song was called 7 Minute Drill, and he only rapped for 3 minutes. But that's beside the point. That's not the point. Like I
Well, they
thought,
say he does those where he makes himself create a song in 7 minutes, so that's why he calls them 7 minute drills. But yeah,
nah, fuck that shit. He should have took 15 minutes and made it better.
I still haven't listened to that Vince Staples album. I just don't. Dark Times is just I don't want to be in dark times. So Juicy J put out an album. You feel me?
I didn't listen to it, but I planned on it. It's summertime, nigga. It's no way. It's no way that shit's don't. It got at least one slap. Shit, I kind of want to
Yeah.
look now. Like,
Oh, did you like A Boogie?
it was too short. It was more like an EP than it was an album, honestly. I think it's only like 6 songs. Is that considered?
Oh, okay. What about R&B?
It don't count. But that country Beyonce album is fire.
Okay.
I love that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like 16 Carriage is probably still up there for Song of the Year for me.
Okay.
I didn't understand why everybody was so hype over the Texas Hold'em, John. But
Yeah.
they came out the same day, and it was just like, do y'all not hear how this woman is like, yeah, we get to dance and hop around on TikTok, but like,
Yeah.
are y'all listening to that woman sing over there? Like,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't heard it yet. I've not listened to it,
nah, that shit's good. That shit's good.
and I liked her first one. I liked the dance album. Um, I was just like,
See,
eh.
that one, yeah, no, I couldn't get jiggy with that one. I couldn't. Same with Honestly Nevermind. And if Drake comes out with Honestly Nevermind too, he can go shoot himself in the face.
Yeah.
Uh,
I also hate that he like shamed us for not liking that album. Like, nigga, we are cultured. You just made a bad album. Like, fuck out of here.
that shit sound like it had like 10% of the like budget that Beyonce album had.
Well, yeah, for sure. Because he's high production, like high production, low quality. So it's just like just get it out. And Beyonce, she said she was making that album over 5 years ago. So like she's been working on it for quite some time.
It's like, that's just like with the new Drake and Sexy Red song.
Yeah,
Every time I hear people talk about it, I just hear like, when I see you stand by Sexy Red, I believe you see two bad
two
bitches.
bad bitches. uh, R&B kind of is in a slump this year. I mean, that Usher album came out in February. I really didn't like it. Um,
That was being generous. That shit was trash.
it wasn't good. It just wasn't good.
I don't even think we talked about it.
We did, because we played a couple songs off of it, and then we were like, those are the songs that we like. So. And then one of them was like an opening song from like months back. Like it was the 21 and Summer Walker joint.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
we liked that one. That was it.
And it's a couple like later in the album where like it was like, nigga, why didn't you make the whole album like this?
Yeah. Especially because he was hinting at that, like, this is Confessions 2. And we were like, okay. Like, nice. Confessions is an undeniable classic. So, I mean, if it gets half of that, then I'm happy. It wasn't a quarter.
He need to go try to make 8702. Like,
That'd be nice.
mm,
My Way too, that'd be nice. Something. Like, nigga.
Get back into the R&B bag, Usher. Like,
Yeah.
you are a R&B nigga. You don't need to do pop songs. And I know my opinion don't mean shit to you. But like, we want to hear you talking about fucking and loving and sex and all of that good shit. We don't want to hear you trying to like make us break dance and like be on TikTok. Nobody want to hear you do that, bro. Your first album came out in 1996. And I might be a little off, but I'm pretty sure that's right.
It was 94. It was his self-titled.
That's worse. That like
And we were one.
Right, bro. I was born probably less than 7 months before your first album came out. Like, I don't want to hear you doing the same shit that fucking Jacquees and fucking Bryson Tiller are doing.
I also think niggas don't really understand the run that Usher had. Like, okay, get a self-titled out. That was 94. He was a kid, whatever. My Way was 97. 8701 was 2001. Confessions 2004. That run is fucking ridiculous. I even fucked with Here I Stand in 2008. I'm about to say,
because you got Here I Stand was right after that. He don't fall off until, what's that, Raymond versus Raymond?
Is it? It's not showing me the year for that.
That's the one with
2010.
Yeah. Oh my god,
Lil Freak and all that. Yeah, he started going into the pop bullshit. Like, yeah. So, like you said, I'm sure you weren't listening to this, Usher, but we love you, man. Let's just go back to like that R&B shit, and it could be modern R&B, but it doesn't have to be pop.
Do what Chris Brown do and make it sexier, if you can.
Stay away from the lines, too. Don't do
that
everything.
That wasn't necessary. That wasn't necessary.
I had a way worse joke, but I filtered it, and that was that. So,
That was funny.
anywho, my R&B album, like I said, R&B is really in a fucking slump right now. No, that didn't come out this year. I was gonna say Alex Isley, but that didn't. That came out
And
at the
that's the
tail
only
end of last
album
year.
I've been thinking about too. I've been sitting here like Alex Isley.
Yeah. Plus, I'm just in love with Alex Isley. So.
Although her and Terrace Martin did have a like joint album, and that was pretty good. I think that came out this year.
I thought that was the tail end of last year. That was like the last. That was December, I think, of last year.
No, that wasn't the Robert Glasper one, uh, where they did like all the Christmas songs and shit.
I'm looking at the list now. Let me go to her page actually. Alex. Yeah, yeah, and let's go to albums. Yeah, that was 2023.
Yeah, this year been flying.
Yeah, for sure. It's about to be Christmas.
Shit, what episode is this? Like 44, 40?
Nah, we still in the 30s.
Really?
Eric Bellinger put out something.
I
I did
can't.
not listen to that Justin Timberlake album.
It's okay. Like for me, like as a like huge Justin Timberlake fan, it's okay.
Yeah. I just listened to the 2020 experience like yesterday. That shit is too good, bro.
Yeah, I always go back to that shit. Is I
Drum put out an album. I'm fucking with that one. I'm gonna say
I,
that one.
I actually was talking with my girl and her friend, and they were saying that Justin Timberlake is over sensationalized, and I was like,
Wait, say that again.
they were trying to convince me that Justin Timberlake is over sensationalized.
Over?
Yes,
Nah.
like
What?
I think I played Love. What is that song from Justified? Because it's Rock Your Body, Senorita. It was like the fourth song or the fifth song on there.
Well, the fifth is Cry Me a River. So
I think it's the song before that.
fucking a knocker, nigga. What are
It's the
you
song
talking
right
about?
before that.
Take it from here.
Before that, three then.
Oh no.
What the fuck? So what's two?
Like I love you.
That's what it was. And when it started playing, my girlfriend was like, "Ew," and I was like, "Bitch, did you just ew Justin Timberlake?" And they was like, "Yeah, I just feel like he's like over sensationalized because like essentially he's white." And I was like, "Oh," I was like,
But what do they mean by that? Like he's overhyped?
"Yes, essentially, like it's like people make too big of a deal about when he releases and all of this other stuff, and like,
Well, that's not true because we've shit on his last three. Like that Man in the Woods album was ass. Like,
and it just wasn't Justin Timberlake, like." Like he should have like if he was going to do that, he should have had features on every song. Like it should have been like a compilation album of like him and like all of his country music friends.
sure.
And that probably would have been fire because like it would have sounded more natural than like Justin Timberlake trying to do country and like woodsy music.
Yeah. And I love country music. I mean, we've talked about it before. I love Brooks and Dunn. I fucking love what's that? What's the song? Oh my gosh, why can't I think of it? I'm tired, y'all. I can't think of the name of the song, but
That
go look up Brooks and Dunn.
that black
They're fucking
that,
amazing.
that black group that's been like everywhere recently, Love and Treaty, bro, or War and
Yeah.
Treaty. Their music is great. Like
Country music is just beautiful because it's so engulfed in storytelling that
I
it's like,
was
how can't you love this?
I was listening to that Shabuzi and Noah Cyrus song the other day.
Yeah.
That shit's really good. It's just so funny because like he doesn't look like he should sound like that.
Okay.
Like he looks like Kodak Black, like a clean version of Kodak Black. Like 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 and then he sounds like fucking Toby Keith.
Yeah.
And it's like but like this
Remember Moray? What happened to them?
uh he probably
He
just
had that
lost his
one song on
title.
the J. Cole album.
I like a lot of his music though. His
Yeah, but
album
what
is really
happened?
good. I don't know. It's only been like 2 years.
Okay.
I feel like his album came out the same year that he did the song with Cole. So it's only
That
been
was 2018.
no, it wasn't. That was on off season.
Oh, that was 2021.
Yeah, I'm like it was KOD was 2018.
Yeah. All right, we all over the place.
It ain't
I'm
really
just
shit
saying
to
shit
like.
at this point.
It ain't really shit to stick to. Like we got to start
um,
doing like uh audience requests. Send us some topics,
for sure.
which I want us to talk about.
Because I mean, the rest of the shit is just like bullshit. Like, um, we talked about 40 talking tough to uh
DJ Cypher.
Cipher Sound. Um, I mean, we just gonna get through it like real quick. Cipher Sounds basically was in Toronto with Dave Chappelle because he does comedy, and so yeah, they did a comedy show. They played Not Like Us in the comedy club because it's the biggest song ever right now. Duh, it's gonna get played. And then 40 messages Cypher Sounds and just goes crazy saying that he's gonna smack him. How dare he come to his city and play a song about his man being a pedophile? And randomly he said free Palestine, which yes, please free Palestine. But like, and then he says he's gonna smack him again. Like,
Which
okay.
that random text or that random free Palestine message is even weirder because when Kendrick was calling Drake a liar,
Yeah,
said he lied about religious views.
for sure.
Like so
And
now
your man, the biggest artist in the world, doesn't want to talk politics because like he knows he's a pop star and he can't lean on one side or the other. So he's never going to be pro anything. Like we've never heard a pro black verse from Drake ever. But he pulls his father out to, you know what, I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut up. Anyway, 40. Um, how dare you?
if I was you, I would ask for more money. And more money, more money. Like he was so mad. The last one wasn't even on beat. He was just like, "Nigga, ask for more money, nigga."
Right, like you've done so much for his image. Just like you deserve more. We really witnessed one of the biggest rap beefs ever.
We also witnessed people try to downplay some of the like most articulate dissecting of like a person. Like the internet is a strange place.
Yeah, I mean they're also going back and like discrediting every Kendrick Lamar album ever, saying it wasn't that good, and it's like Drake don't know you. Like, you don't have to lie for Drake. Like, it's okay.
Well, I've been seeing people say like this is his biggest song ever. I'm just
Yeah.
like,
Did you did you forget about
like
like
so like
swimming pools? Like,
bitch don't kill my vibe wasn't a thing.
y'all niggas was in parties drinking to a conscious song about not drinking. Like, it was everywhere. The fuck are you talking about? So yeah,
Fucking
I just don't think
DNA was on every
everywhere.
commercial. Like,
Humble was everywhere. We Gonna Be All Right was a anthem during protests. What are y'all talking about? I don't know, man. It's like you said, it's weird. And then, like I said before, what Kid Fury said, talking about music now is just not fun anymore. Because like people just pick a side and then stick to it, and it's so weird. You don't have to do that. Art is subjective. Art is beauty. Art is a sign of where we are. Like, I don't know.
speaking of art, can't wait to watch Kyrie kill Boston.
Oh yeah, for sure. If y'all don't know, me and Scoob are one on the train of fuck the Cowboys always. I mean, that's just we had a sign on our dorm door that said if you are a Cowboys fan, please do not come in.
You are not.
That's over 13 years ago.
You are
Like,
not welcome.
yeah, for sure. But we're also fuck Boston. Like, fuck the Celtics. So yeah. Plus, Kyrie is playing some of the best basketball we've ever seen at 31.
I've never seen two people make basketball look so easy.
Who are the two?
Him and Luca,
Oh yeah,
like
for
on
sure.
the same team. Like
Yeah,
they just like Luca come down court, he'd be like, "Oh, here, Kyrie, like you take it."
yeah.
Kyrie be like, "Oh, where? My turn? All right, time to go to work." And
That
then
game 5, Luca was just pulling up, and it was going in. Like it looked like it didn't touch the net. That's how good it was going in. Like,
I think they gave up in game 4. Honestly,
okay,
like they could have came back and like
we'll get it next time.
yeah, it was like every time they got close, Minnesota like extended the lead, and Dallas like the longer the game went, Dallas kind of just was like, all right,
Yeah,
because game 5 they came out like, all right, these niggas not fucking with us. Let's get these niggas the fuck out the court immediately. And they did that in Minnesota.
yeah.
Like, hey man, remember that shit y'all did to Denver?
Bye bye,
Snap back to reality. Like,
bye bye.
and with
A
that
lot of
being
people
said,
are wondering like how did they beat the hell out of the Nuggets, but they couldn't get past the Mavs. And you know, I don't watch enough basketball to like really have an opinion on that. But I do know this that Kyrie and Luca are playing some of the best basketball we've seen, and they're playing together. And it's not just them, like the rest of the team is good, but like the way that they set the precedent has just been ridiculous.
between PJ Washington and PJ Tucker, I don't know who I would rather have standing in the corner on the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Like, niggas named PJ just love hitting corner threes when you least expect it. Leave them open all game. And then in the fourth quarter, when they down 2, it's like, ooh, come on, pass it. Come on, come on. I got this one.
Yeah.
Defense, look out there. Ah, fuck that nigga. He gonna miss. Splash. Whole crowd go crazy. But
And I think people want Boston to win because they have been like they've been good. They've been very good. But fuck Boston. Like,
I think people want Boston to win because Jason Tatum is very likable. But people don't want Boston to win because the city is like irrepressible. Like they fucking suck.
yeah. And they're just racist. Like as fuck.
Like
I'm sure they call their own players niggers. Look at that nigger boy run. He really put that ball through that hoop. He hangs on the rim like a monkey. Like I'm sure, like they are racist as fuck.
I mean, and
Like,
that's literally what they did to Bill Russell. So like I wouldn't
exactly.
like,
Like,
like
the nigga brought y'all 11 rings, and you're still hating him. How?
big black nagger. Like,
The
bro,
minute he got off the court, no, you cannot eat here. Like the fuck? What? I just won a championship. I can't eat here.
no blackie. Go the fuck down the street. Like,
Racism is like, you know what? Never mind. I was gonna get way too deep, so I'm gonna just shut the fuck up. Like I said, there's really nothing to talk about, y'all. This might be the shortest one y'all get ever.
do you want to get into Jermaine Dupri saying niggas don't freestyle no more?
Oh, we can. Um, so for context, Jermaine Dupri went on a rant while he was walking his dog, I think, or something like that. I don't know. The nigga just had the phone so close to his face, and you could see trees just like behind him that he probably was walking. I don't know. And so he went on this whole rant about how freestyles aren't freestyles anymore. If you come to a radio station and you freestyle, but it was written, it's not a real freestyle. Um, I don't know. What are your thoughts?
So I feel him. Like
Mm.
we've talked about it behind the scenes. I think I've said it on here probably before, maybe. But like I feel like Funk Flex and Drake fucked up having to actually like even just like memorize your freestyle. Cause like you'll
Mm.
see a lot of niggas be looking at their phone.
Yeah.
Or like they'll have their phone like laying next to the mic like I do, but I'm not fucking rapping. Like so like their phone will just be laying there and they like rapping like this, looking at their phone.
Yeah.
So it's like that's not a freestyle to me. Like it might sound good, but half the time, like sorry to throw you under the bus, Meek, as somebody who listens to a lot of your like old like mixtapes and shit, you
Yeah.
have gone on air and done freestyles of
Yeah.
old verses. Like
Ah. Yeah.
like listening like just because you rap a old verse over somebody else's beat does not make it a freestyle. Like they're
Yeah.
like so it's like niggas don't even have to memorize they freestyles no more, let alone come off the top of the head. And I feel
Yeah.
like that happened when Drake got on Funk Flex and was rapping off the Blackberry.
Here's my thing. I slightly, or I might halfway agree with him. Yes. Um, you should absolutely not be spitting old shit off your old mixtapes on new beats and saying it's a freestyle. That's bullshit. I also don't think that you should be reading from your phone if you're going to do a freestyle. I do, however, think that if you wrote it that day and you did it for the intent of doing a freestyle at uh, a radio station or whatever, I call that a freestyle. It's never going to get used again. It's never been used. I wrote it
Mm.
today just for this, and I memorized it for here. the idea that you have to go off of the top of the head to be a freestyle, I don't think people really understand one, how hard it is to rap at a top tier level. Now do that off of the head, just out of thin air. That shit is hard as hell.
But I think that's why like a nigga like Jermaine Dupri is saying it, because he holds freestyling to that regard, to where
For sure.
like niggas like Fab, Joe Button, fucking
King Los.
Hove, King Los, fucking Ludacris, like niggas was just going into the studio or into the radio station
Yeah.
and just like Red Man, Method Man, like just
Yeah.
putting on a beat. Oh, okay, let me find the beat real quick, and then just going.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, I gotta send you the itinerary of what beats we gonna play so you can write so you can write your verse over the beat and then come in the next morning. Like it's like
Yeah.
they was coming in and hearing that right then. Beanie Siegel, Jada Kiss, like Freeway, like shit. We clown Freeway all the time because he got killed in a battle. And like as he was getting killed, the nigga goes, "Man, can I get a beat?" But like that would have made it easier for him to freestyle, because like it's easier to think about like what you're rapping to.
Yeah, because you get in the rhythm.
Yeah, because it's like rap is all about rhythm.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, it's just like I know that's why I don't feel like I could freestyle, like because I can't just rap off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But if I got a beat and like you gave me a day to write something over it, I could probably do that.
For sure.
If I'm only gonna have to write what 32.
Yeah. To be fair, um, and to JD's point, I do think that there are, like, this newer generation, there are freestylers that are coming up. Like Juice World, he would do most of his shit off the top of his head, like just out of nowhere. Rest in peace to him. But then also, I think I sent you this like a couple weeks ago. It's this kid, Save AJ. He just fucking did a 16-minute freestyle, multiple beats. The dude, the streamer Max, was holding shit up for him to say in the rhyme, and he would say it immediately. Like, there are real freestylers out there that like take this shit serious. I'm gonna play a little bit from him real quick. Hopefully, I can get past this ad. If not, I'll cut it out. All right, I'm gonna cut it out. Hell no. Yeah, bro, I've been using this. All right, let me say, share my screen, because this nigga went crazy, like 16 minutes straight of just straight freestyling, real freestyling, taking shit from around the room, taking shit that dude was holding up and putting it in his rhymes. And it sounded amazing. He switched his flow, he switched his content. He did everything that a rapper should be able to do off the top of his head.
Yeah, and I feel like people nowadays look at freestyling the way they should look at battle rap.
Mm,
Like free, it's like, oh yeah, like you wrote a fire verse over a beat, or like you wrote a fire verse about something or somebody, and
yeah,
then it's like, oh, it's a freestyle, and it's like, no, nigga, like it was just a song. Like essentially, you just didn't put a hook to it.
yeah.
Like, cause that, and that's what they call it now. Like, it's like, oh, any song that don't have a hook is a freestyle, and it's like,
Well, Wayne was going crazy then off the freestyles.
like, I'm like, I'm like, so like, if that's the easiest shit to do, because making hooks, everybody will tell you making a hook is the hardest part of a song.
Yeah, for sure.
So like,
I've been writing now recently, and I'm just like, yeah, it's not gonna have a hook. Cause why? Because I can't come up with one. That's why. All right, I'm about to play a little bit of this. For those of y'all who are listening, he held up 5 different items in that little bit of span, and he used all of them. Just that little bit. The nigga was spazzing for 16 minutes. Do you know how hard that is? Yeah.
And the only
So
thing that make it a little easier is the fact that like the person is giving you like ideas essentially. Like, oh, rap about this, rap about this, rap about this.
yeah,
So it's like you get the like, but you got to be quick enough to just keep going.
yeah,
So it's like
in the pocket.
like that's where the genius come in, and it's just like a lot of motherfuckers can't do that no more.
Yeah. That's the other thing too. For people who haven't rapped, do you know how hard it is to like really stay in pocket? Like if you've done it before and then you haven't done it in a while, I'm learning now. There's like, oh, I used to be nice. Like right now, I'm trying to like really get back in the groove of it, and like, yeah, I got to keep doing it to get back to where I was. But like, it's hard.
Shit, the one song that we recorded, nigga, we had to tell you to keep going because like, like we was all sitting there like, oh, this nigga is in the pot. Like we like, it was like, and then you started stopping. We was like, no, 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 keep going, nigga, don't stop, nigga, keep going. Second verse, nigga, go, go, go.
So yeah, rapping is hard if you don't know. And to do it at this level off the top of the head is some of the most ridiculous shit we've ever seen. Um Again, one more thing.
Yeah, what we got?
If we got it.
I sent you something last night. I thought it could have been a good opening topic. It's on the the single chat, not the topics chat. The what's that nigga's name? Charleston White.
Yeah.
I feel like he gets a lot of like praise for being like ignorant, but like sometimes he be making a lot of sense, and this was one of those times, like, or at least to me anyway. Like I feel like it's still a controversial take, but I agree for the most part.
Who got daddy seem a little bit more cool, a little bit more collected than the niggas who cute like they mama.
How do we move towards a place where black men aren't so emotional?
You can't. You can't, homie, because
Wait, can you hear this?
It's kind of low.
All right, hold on. Hold on.
you was disciplined with emotions. You wasn't disciplined with. So that's why you always see the niggas who got daddy seem a little bit more cool, a little bit more collected than the niggas who cute like they mama.
How do we move towards a place where black men aren't so emotional?
You can't. You can't, homie, because the only way you can not be emotional is you have to have a father who teaches you and trains your emotions. Other than that, your mama, you have to be emotional because that's the only time your mother whoops you. You got no spanking when your mother was calm and not emotional. So that's why you're emotional. You were disciplined with emotions. You weren't disciplined with logical rules to follow. You got spanked when you were frustrated. You didn't get spanked calmly and taught while you were being spanked. So you can't undo this, homie. What's done now, we can't undo this. We'll be dead and gone before we see a new group of men that don't respond like us.
As a black man, what can I instill in a young black boy to make sure that he doesn't respond with emotion?
Treat his mother right and train your child's emotions. So I mean, you have to spend time with your son. You gotta spend a lot of time with your son. He gonna be the cool nigga who friends follow him because he cool like his dad. They gonna be cute like they mama, where they dress, where they look, but he gonna be cool like his dad. So that's why you always see the niggas who got daddy seem a little bit more.
Okay.
So, like I said, like I feel like it's controversial take because it's like he's kind of saying like, oh, single mothers aren't like 100% capable of raising a man, and like I feel like we all know that isn't true.
Yeah.
Um, but I think a lot of the stuff that he's saying about the responsibilities of like being a father are like more than true. Right.
Yeah, for sure. Like, or for me at least, I feel like parents in general should teach their kids how to manage emotions. The funny part about that is though, uh, one, I think we're in this society where men feel like, oh, I can't express my emotions. I was taught that I got to be a man of steel. I got to do this. I got to do that. So then, how are you going to teach a kid how to manage their emotions?
Um,
You got to learn how to manage yours.
yeah, but that's why I think when the person asked them like, how do I show a young black boy that, the first thing he said was you got to treat his mother right.
Yeah, for sure.
So it all comes back to like you got to have the woman that makes you want to do that. Like they're called our better halves for a reason. So it's like at the end of the day, like not only are they made me better, but they are the person that's supposed to make you want to be better. And then when you have a child, they are an extension of the both of you. So you only want to continue to do better for everybody. So I get it. Like I feel like him saying like, "Oh, they're gonna be cute like their mama," is just like that's how he talks. Like one, I think he wanted to get the clickbait of like, yeah, like
Yeah, because like, what does that mean? Does that mean that they're gonna care about their appearance? Like what does they're gonna be cute like their mom and he's gonna be cool like his dad? Because you could be raised like a bitch ass nigga, like by a bitch ass nigga too. I mean, and we've talked about that before. Like it's honestly about you got to be a stand up man to raise a stand up man, or a stand up parent to raise a stand up parent.
yeah,
I mean, a stand up kid. What the fuck am I talking about? Anyway,
I
um,
got what you were saying.
yeah. But yeah, like you said, he's about like clickbait and shit. So it's also like, cool message, wrong messenger.
Yeah, and that's
Um,
why I said like we probably wouldn't usually play anything from that. I just thought like
the
it,
message was good though.
yeah, it was just like could have been somebody else, and he could have said it better too. So like,
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I completely agree. I think for sure, and we've talked about this before, just about like how you navigate your emotions. And it for sure can be rooted in how you were raised. And which is also weird because like the dudes who I knew growing up who had their dads, they all had anger issues. So it's like, did your dad have anger issues and you saw like how he interacted with just anger in general? Because the anger is an emotion. Everything that we like, how we regulate our emotions, I think has been suppressed because we're only really taught happiness, sadness, like the extremes, happiness, sadness, anger.
but
But
I feel like that is a big part of it. Like because one growing up in like poverty, even in like a like a two parent household, is stressful as fuck. So
yeah, for
like
sure.
if dad wasn't informed on how to like control his anger,
Yeah,
then
it's such a cycle that it's
like
like, I don't even say it's not even a cycle. It's more of like a timeline. You know,
Yeah.
like it's constantly passed down because it's like niggas in the 40s and 50s. They were just like go to war, like come back. You ain't gonna have shit. like outside of the well, I mean, most of them were like stalking 14-year-old girls for like 3 weeks and then just took them and said, "I'm gonna marry you." And
And low key, I feel like that's why like older veterans don't like when you say thank you for your service. Cause it's like that shit ain't do nothing for me, nigga. Fuck that
yeah,
service. Like, like it's like
especially the black ones, because it's like I really fought for a country who hated me. like I came back here and I couldn't eat at certain restaurants, like even if I had my uniform on. Like they were just no, fuck you. Um, so yeah, back to what I was saying about just like regulating your emotions. We're only really taught to understand the extremes and not like those in betweens of like selfless or not like worthlessness. That's an emotion that is like, why do I feel like this? Like, why do I feel like despair? That's an in between. That's like that's fear, and that's also like yeah, that's fear mostly, but also like depression. That's an in between,
yeah,
and it's like if I can't regulate these extremes, how the hell do I deal with these in betweens? like, how do I, like, that nobody talks about that I don't know how to feel about this? That's why I'm like, I told you, I think it was last pod. I was like, yeah, I don't have a therapist right now. And so that makes me internally check myself like, hey, what's going on? How do we deal with this? What, how are we going to move forward with this? This is an emotion. It's natural. You aren't less of a man because you're feeling an emotion. Like, but how do you deal with it?
yeah. And like shit, I ain't never had the money to afford a therapist. So for the last what 10 years, it's just been me trying to figure this shit out by my fucking self. Just working and working and working. And it's like every day it's just like, all right, man, you can bottle that up. That's not that deep. Like, just put that over there. Like, and then like I've learned how to like talk to myself about shit. Like, like, or like write it down, delete it, forget about it. Like, as long as I like express it to something or like someone, like I'll be cool. Shit, I'll just go somewhere and just sit and think about it. And like I used to not be able to do that. Like thinking about the shit used to make me more mad.
Mm.
Like it used to be like, ooh, like I really let that bitch get away with that shit. I can't do that. I gotta go set that straight. Like now it's like, all right, you let that one go. That was smart. Good job.
Well,
It's all about picking
as
your fights.
for sure, but there's also something to be said about like real professional help. And as a researcher, by trade and by heart, of course, I'm going to look for resources. So, if you are a black man out there who feel like you need therapy and you can't really afford it, there are resources out there for you. Free therapy for black men, top10.com. You can look for that. You could also look at your state to see if they have funding for free therapy. FreeblackTherapy.org is a website that you could go to. Therapyforblackmen.org offers financial assistance for therapy. Black Men's Health provides 8 sites that provide access to therapy for black men. at free or reduced cost. Um, World in Black offers 4 free mental health resources for Black people out there, men and women. So yeah, there are resources out there for you if you feel like you want to make a change there, or that you just feel like you need a sounding board for those emotions that you really don't know how to understand. Therapy is for everybody. It's not just for if you're at your lowest low. You could be at your highest high, and you just need to check in with yourself. You want to keep feeling that high. So yeah, there are resources out there for
Yeah, and that'd be the hard part. Like getting a high and then like sitting on that. That's the
you.
like
Yeah,
most challenging part because it'd be like every time I get here, it's like if you could always stay high, there would never be no lows. So it's just
yeah.
like when the
That's
fuck
not
is
how
it
life
coming?
works. Fuck.
Like it's like when the fuck is it coming? Like
And that's a trauma response. I mean, I've done it too. It's like I am happy right now. I shouldn't have said that out loud. Fuck. What's gonna come? It's like, hey, just live in the moment. You don't gotta worry about what's coming around the corner because one, you know that something's gonna come around the corner. That's just how life works. There are ups and downs, there are peaks and valleys. But two, you are equipped. You're still here. So that means what the worst thing that you've ever been through, you got through it. So that means you have what it takes to get through. You're gonna be okay. You are well equipped. You have a support system, you have God, you have yourself. You know what it takes to get through, and you're going to get through it. And you're going to get to that other high. You're going to get to that next peak. It's going to be okay.
and anybody who is like afraid to reach out to that support system, don't be, bro. Like if you got people who care about you, let those people care about you.
For
Don't
sure.
don't take yourself away from the people who care about you because you feel like you're going to be a burden. Let those people who love you. Allow yourself to feel and accept love. Like
Yeah, for sure. You're not a burden at all because if you do what you're thinking about doing, they're going to be saying, damn, I wish he came to me. Damn, I wish she came to me. Like, I wish they would have expressed that they were struggling in any type of way. And sometimes you just need somebody on the other end of the phone to just listen. Like, they don't have to give the greatest advice, but just like a listening ear to say, look, bro, like, this shit life is life. And I just got to get it out. I got to cry. I got to scream. I got to yell. Sometimes, if you're that person for that person, that's the best thing you could be at that moment. You don't have to give this profound, like, yo,
life changing speech. It don't gotta
yeah,
be
like,
that.
nah.
You just
Like,
you just gotta be there to let them know, yo, bro. Whenever you need me, I got you.
yeah,
It can be that simple. Like
for sure. Um, well, I'm done.
yeah, I was about to say. I feel like we can end it on that. We ain't even gotta go much further than that.
Yeah, for sure.
We
Um,
can.
we do typically have an ending song, so I'm gonna just pull something from the Slow Jam Saturday playlist. For those of you who don't know, there is a Slow Jam Saturday playlist out there that I've created that has 278 songs. It's about 22 hours of music. Currently, 5 people are following it. I'm adding new shit every day because there are new slow jams out there for the lovers out there. I'm gonna play one of my favorite songs from it if I can find
And
it.
before he does that, also go check out my brother's book, Broken Statues.
Oh
You can
shit!
find that shit on Amazon. Yep. Plugging you, my nigga. Um, yeah, go do that. Great book.
It's a nice read. I'm thinking about doing a second one. Um,
Uh, so humble.
I cannot find it, so I'm just gonna. No, I know exactly where it is. My bad. I'm gonna cut all this dead air out. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. Nope. Never mind. I'm just gonna search it. Uh, all right. Uh, there we go. So this is a very old song from the Whispers, "In My Mood." This is one of the hardest beats I've ever heard in my life, and if I could get somebody to sample it, I would love you forever. Nice little song about foreplay. Foreplay is important, guys. Don't just rush to stick it in. Get her in the mood. You feel me?
Definitely. What's the name of that song?
Which is that?
What's the name of that song?
"In the Mood" by the Whispers. Cool. Well, y'all, it's been another episode of the True Line Cross podcast. I've been Quan.
And I'm Scoop.
Peace, y'all.
Peace. Oh, hold up.